In today's day and age of digital technology, transformation and evolution are key. Don't want your business model to run the risk of redundancy? Then this platform is just for you. Hello and welcome to the DQ Live Business Technology Conference and Awards by DataQuest. I'm Shivani Muthana. Our theme today is driving digital transformation and creating an enterprise-wide digital strategy. So let's head straight to where all the action is.
Over 15 industry verticals, participation from 150 plus companies and more than 250 delegates converged at the DataQuest Business Technology Conference and Awards in New Delhi. The agenda: how can technology help redefine business? The august gathering of enterprise decision makers and CXOs assembled to get insights from the who's who of the IT sector on a vast array of subjects like digital transformation, strategy, enterprise ecosystem, and leadership. The session opened with PepsiCo India's chairman and CEO D. Shivakumar's keynote address on driving digital transformation and creating an enterprise-wide digital strategy.
Digital keeps a company humble if it listens to consumers. Social listening. One of the biggest challenges for companies is, what is my consumer saying about me? What is my customer saying about me? What is my consumer saying about my new advertising or my new strategy or my new initiative? If you just got into social listening as a company or as a management team, it's a huge, huge humility exercise. Because you'll have both positive comments from your consumers and customers and challenging comments. It tells you almost every day, almost 24 hours, whether what you're doing is right or wrong. Okay. We in PepsiCo do social listening every day now. Every day. Okay. Every day we look at the commentary on our brands. It tells us what's working, what's not working. That itself is a huge humility exercise for everybody involved in satisfying the needs, wants, and desires of consumers.
He focused on the fine balance between scale and agility in crafting and implementing a digital strategy. After an encouraging reception to Shivakumar's ideas, the audience was warmed up to welcome the second keynote speaker at DQ Live, Wipro's Ashish Khare, who expressed his views on the changing role of IT in light of the advent of digital solutions to newer industry challenges. His key message: IT will now be driving and not just enabling businesses.
For all of us, but it's a requirement to gear up in that direction. IT is no longer going to be a back-end player, and that's a requirement, a necessity, and an enabler on an overall movement of economy as well as business, as well as the overall profit and basic advantages to the business and country.
A panel of C-suite executives congregated to discuss the ways of building and driving digital enterprises. The eclectic mix comprised participation from the government and players from the service sector, including insurance and hospitality. The penetration of mobile, the application ecosystem, and its advantages for business were the key points of discussion.
I want to tell them that mobile is growing, number of mobile handsets are growing. We have to make sure that we tap this market using online distribution and different technologies. We have to make sure that our online business grows. Instead of pay money to different channel partners like OTAs, we have to do something so that we have more business through our own brand website, using different technologies, whether it's social media, whether it is OTAs, or whether it's competing with OTAs or different technologies for the companies.
New and disruptive business models that are largely app-based are changing the face of traditional businesses. In light of this, there is a growing need for creation of a chief digital officer as part of any organization's C-suite.
CDO is gonna be a very, very critical role for a couple of years to come. And till today, if you see, there has been a lot of progressive organizations who they have already ingrained that digital DNA in their ecosystem. So for Indian organization to thrive and survive in the long run, for any progressive organization, the key message is that hire a CDO even if you haven't planned for the same basically.
So mobile was clearly the flavor of the day. But what impact do mobility and mobile apps have on the enterprise ecosystem? Let's Go More Labs, a startup that helps companies go on mobile, shared its views on data security and how mobility should move beyond IT.
See, one important fact was that mobility is not only present on the CIO's table, it's also present in all the business processes that are there, right from HR, to risk and credit in banks, so to sales, marketing, to vendor management. So, the main discussion was that the whole enterprise needs mobile apps and they need to redefine business processes so that they can come on mobile.
So while businesses continue to leverage technology for efficiency and growth, there is also a growing concern around inclusivity.
Companies like Wipro and Mphasis and Infosys and I can go on naming names have been a role model. But then when I say that, I also have to remind the country that they are only on the fingertips. I mean, there are thousands of companies in the IT space. There are thousands of companies which are in the technology space. So what are the rest of them doing? And why are they not following in the footsteps of a Wipro or in the footsteps of an Mphasis? That's the challenge.
Time for a quick break. On the other side, we focus on the evolution of new digital business models led by breakthroughs in social, mobile, analytics and cloud technology. You're watching DQ Live Business Technology Conference and Awards by DataQuest. The changing role of IT, not just as an enabler, but a key growth driver, has already been clearly established. CIOs at DQ Live will now delve deeper into the possibilities of new ways to do business and build value, thanks to the coming together of technology forces like social, mobile, analytics and cloud that are creating disruptive waves and forcing a rethink of business models.
I'm going to flip the question on the head.
My friend Sachin.
Social, mobile, analytics and cloud, popularly known as SMAC, are said to be the chief drivers of digital transformation. So while these verticals do exist in isolation, their combination can help companies gain insights into consumer behavior and in understanding trends like never before.
SMAC is the way forward, and without SMAC, especially for us being into digital business, there is no business at all. We are very early adopters of cloud as well as analytics. It helped in a big way. Basically, we brought our cost to 70%, what we used to spend, and we increased our revenues multifold by adopting the SMAC.
The panel also went on to explain the difference between digitization of business and digital marketing, that for the layman may seem similar but are indeed quite different.
So if you are going to the market, using your mobile phone, how you are able to selling it intelligently, whether your solution support that. Do you know who is the consumer? What is his likes? What he bought last time? What he wanted to buy? What is the new thing you can offer? What is the difference you can make in comparison to the competitors? So these are the things which we see when we provide solutions to our sales force or to our guys who are there in the market.
So while SMAC is a term that has gained traction only in recent times, a knowledge company, eValueServe, had foreseen the trend more than a decade ago and went on to provide value additions to their clients that have already yielded positive returns.
We have several customers, right from telecom domain to IT industry to consulting firms to investment banks, where people have benefited a lot, and the kind of value add we do. Kind of value that we provide to our clients is immense, and we have seen benefits translating into millions of dollars in some of the cases. And that's what give us more confidence in looking at some of these models, which we can transform over the period of time using some of these latest trends.
DQ Live also included international perspectives from global thought leaders that could go a long way in helping Indian companies use technology in becoming efficient and competitive. The obvious India-China comparison could not have been avoided.
India and China is a very similar country, both with huge populations. Only two countries with billion-level peoples, right? Those are things Mr. Modi in this year mentioned some smart city, smart digital India. This is a very right strategy. Huawei already did many similar stories in China, right? We want to bring a similar case to India.
Digitization for enterprises was also stressed upon in parallel breakout sessions, and the role of software integration as a service and platform management to synergize digital solutions for companies was thrashed out in great detail.
Most important message I want to pass on is that today, digitization of IT basically for an enterprise customer means that they need to integrate all their platform and solutions and their applications into a single unified platform. That's what they want to bring into. And when they do all of this, then they land up into a lot of issues on licensing, on advisory services, on basically trying to see where the synergies are, where the compatibility is between different apps and the layers below from an infra standpoint, from a database standpoint, from an app standpoint. And what we are trying to say is we can work as consultants to be able to offer services under the software portfolio management as a framework which we want to deploy to our customers so that the customers can really see this benefit coming out of them.
You all heard in India, personally, most of us...
As the conference drew to a close, the evening keynote took the conversation forward from IT and digitization to more social issues like disability. We caught up with the keynote speaker behind the scenes to get a glimpse of what he would be speaking on.
The prime message I want to communicate today to the participants, the people who are going to be present here, is make all your initiatives inclusive. And so digital space is one which can make hugely inclusive. People with disability, where there is a problem for communication, where there is a problem for mobility, where there is a problem to see. So digital space is one which includes everybody. And definitely I'm going to talk about our interesting initiative of Cricket for the Blind, where we from Samarthanam through Cricket Association for the Blind in India produced a World Cup winning world-class cricket team. How we kind of made it happen.
The conference ended with a motivational address on leadership and principles that CEOs should keep in mind to become successful.
And continuously and consistently achieving worthwhile goals. My objective of delivering such a speech on dynamic living, and that's based on 10 principles of success, is primarily to give them and have a happy and a life filled with joy and happiness. I think that's the whole objective why I am talking on this subject, which will actually, apart from what they do in a daily routine, in terms of their household chores to the professional life, if they keep in mind these 10 principles, they can have a fantastic life and a balance in all these spheres of life.
We'll take a short break, but coming up ahead, the DQ Live Business Technology Awards. Stay with us. Welcome back. Time now for the much-awaited highlight of the event, the DQ Live Business Technology Awards. Spread across 7 categories, it recognizes enterprises that have adopted technology to benefit business and stand out from the crowd.
Mr. Gupta currently heads BJP's Information and Technology Group and advises the party on e-governance, digital outreach and other technology initiatives. He is an innovation evangelist and a guest speaker at global business schools and CXO events. He is also an Eisenhower Fellow for Innovation. Ladies and gentlemen, before I ask or rather request the chief guest to say a few words. We would request Mr. Pradeep Gupta, Chairman and Managing Director, Cyber Group, to please hand over a token of our appreciation.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, one of the great implementation of information technology that was there in the last 12 months that we remember is the fabulous BJP campaign. And Arvind was the person who masterminded the entire thing. It just goes on to show how information technology is becoming all-pervasive, it is becoming ubiquitous, and it is getting into each and every aspect. And I think that is the dream that we are seeing in terms of digital India. And it will be really a pleasure to hear you and your thoughts on this. Thank you very much, Arvind, for being here with us today.
The first time we introduced this concept of digital India. And the vision was, can we make digital as a lever to transform, one of the levers to transform the country? But this program is, a program, I like to put it in a very simple terms. You've seen the pyramid. The pyramid is skewed like this, very heavy on the bottom. I think the way we look at it, this Digital India program is, this program has the power to invert the pyramid. It has the power to make the person who is at the bottom of the pyramid today, in terms of digital connectivity, in terms of information, in terms of everything else that he or she has been denied, to come and compete with anybody within the country or anywhere in the world. And that's the empowerment that we want this Digital India to bring about. I'll repeat the Prime Minister's request that let's go out to our schools, our villages that we grew up in, and donate a simple e-library to them. As simple as that. So let's take that pledge today. And with that, I again congratulate the organizers for having a very hatke event, if I say it correctly. And once again, thank you. Thank you for listening to me, and thank you for having me here. Thank you.
The DataQuest Business Technology Awards, instituted by DataQuest, India's premier IT magazine, recognizes the excellence in implementation and use of technology for business benefits by Indian companies. Now, in its third year, these awards have been widely recognized and much sought after by Indian enterprises. The theme for this year's conference and awards is the Digital Enterprise. This will recognize excellence in building and driving a digital enterprise by Indian companies. These awards are across 10 distinct categories, all of which have a bearing on being a digital enterprise. To hand over the first set of awards, I would like to invite Mr. Sunil Sharma, Vice President Sales India and SARC Cyber Rome, to join Mr. Gupta on stage. So our first organization coming up, and they've got 4 awards going out to them. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Sapient Consulting Limited. So Sapient Consulting won 4 awards. One was for security, the other for mobility, the third for unified communications and service provider, and the fourth for networking. Our next awardee is Jubilant Life Sciences Limited. They've got 4 awards also. They have Analytics, Cloud, Mobility, ERP, SCM, CRM. Coming up next, we have ING Vysya Bank with 3 awards. One going out for mobility, the other for ERP, SCM and CRM, and the third award going for networking, infra data center and storage. Escorts is coming up with 2 awards. We've got analytics and we've got security. In security, in fact, they've got awards for 2 projects. So that's Escorts on stage. Amity Education Group coming up on stage, and they have won 2 awards themselves. One is for security and the other is for unified communications and service provider. The Lakshmi Vilas Bank Limited has won 2 awards. Both are for the unified communication and service provider. Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, is Biocon Limited. They are walking away with 2 awards. One is for mobility and the other is for unified communications and service provider. Coming up next with 2 awards is Happiest Minds Technologies Private Limited. They have won an award for security, 1 award for cloud. Can we have HCL Infosystems Limited on stage? 2 awards for HCL Infosystems Limited. One is for ERP, SCM and CRM, and the other is for cloud. Ladies and gentlemen, may we have a huge round of applause as Ed joins us on stage. Ed is editor-at-large with Cybermedia. Can we have EvalueServe coming up on stage? 2 awards going out for EvalueServe. One is for security and the other is for cloud. Can we have Sterlite Technologies on stage? So Sterlite gets 2 awards. One is for analytics and one is for cloud. Can we have Serco Global Services on stage? They win 2 awards. One is for mobility and the other is for cloud. And we would like to invite on stage Intellect Design Arena Limited, a Polaris Group company. The awards are in the cloud category and the unified communication and service provider category. May we invite on stage next Reliance Entertainment. Ladies and gentlemen, 2 awards for Reliance Entertainment. One is in analytics and the other in cloud. And Canon India, can we have you on stage? They walk away with the award for analytics. May I request Mr. Ashish Khare, General Manager and Business Head for SI Solutions Wipro, to join us on stage. He would join Mr. Gupta in handing over the next set of awards. May I request Persistent Systems Limited to join us on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, Persistent Systems walks away with an award for analytics project. And coming in next, we have IL and FS Transportation Networks Limited. They won an award in the networking, infra, data center and storage. And eClerx Services, can we have you on stage, ladies and gentlemen? They walk away with an award for a project on analytics. Systema Sham Teleservices Limited walks away with an award for analytics. And joining us on stage is Tech Mahindra Limited. They've walked away with an award for ERP, SCM and CRM. Can we have, yes, Sesa Sterlite Limited. They have 1 award to their name, that is in the ERP, SCM and CRM projects. With that, we would like to thank Mr. Ashish Khare for joining us on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to invite Mr. Mayank Srivastava, Managing Director, Software One India Private Limited, to join us on stage to hand over the next set of awards along with Mr. Gupta. Can we have Hero Motocorp Limited? They've won the award for the ERP, SCM and CRM. And coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, with an award for Unified Communications is KPIT Technologies Limited. Yes, we have JK Tyre and Industries Limited. They've won the award for Analytics project. And let's welcome Idea Cellular Limited on stage. Idea Cellular walks away with an award for a project on analytics. And Godfrey Phillips India Limited has an award for networking, SDX infra, data center and storage. Aviva Life Insurance Company Limited. They won an award in the networking, SDX infra, data center and storage. May I request Mr. Hoshi to join us on stage. Hoshi, CEO with Cybermedia. Can we hear it nice and loud as Mr. Hoshi Gaswala joins us on stage? We have Hindalco Industries Limited, and this is for the project on analytics. And coming up next is Aircel. They've won an award in Unified Communications and Service Provider Project. So that's Dr. Lal Pathlabs. We've got an award in the cloud category going out to Dr. Lal Pathlabs. We have Gati joining us on stage. They walk away with an award in the mobility sector. This is for the mobility project. And our next awardee is Perfetti Van Mel India Private Limited. And now we have Sheila Foam. They've won an award in the mobility sector. So here we have coming on next is NDTV, won an award on analytics, and our final award for the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, can we have Hindustan Power joining us on stage? Hindustan Power has walked away with an award in the mobility project. Thank you very much, and with that we would like to thank Let's Go Mo. Thank you very much, sir. And Mr. Gupta, thank you very much, sir, for taking time to join us.
With that, it's a wrap on the show. Hope the event helped you identify and define digital technology to transform your business and build value. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.